Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Packers 101. And today we're continuing with bold predictions and we're finishing off the series with the NFC South. So the Saints, the Panthers, the Buccaneers, and the Falcons. We're going to make one bold prediction for each team. Let's start with the Atlanta Falcons. And for the Atlanta Falcons, I think they are going to win the division this year. That's my bold prediction. Currently, sports odds have the Saints winning the division, and while I can see this happening, I think the Falcons did too much in the offseason to be ignored. I like that they drafted Bijan Robinson, even though he was a little high in the draft. That's a generational talent at running back. I like the signing of Taylor Heineke. I think that with him starting in there, he's serviceable. They're going to win some games. Wide receiver, Drake London is good. I think with more time, he can develop. Tight end, they have another generational talent player in Kyle Pitts. When they use him, he's great, but Atlanta, please use him. Not like last season. You got to throw him the ball. The defense is decent, and you got a pretty good special teams returner in Cordero Patterson. So, in a division that's kind of weak, there's not really anyone who's above and beyond the favorite over anybody. I could definitely see the Falcons winning the division. So that's my bold prediction for the Atlanta Falcons. Up next, we got the New Orleans Saints. And this prediction isn't very positive. I'm sorry, Saints fans. But at the end of the season, I think Dennis Allen loses his job as head coach of the New Orleans Saints. So last season was the first year that Dennis Allen was the head coach of the Saints, and he went 7-10. And for the amount that they sacrificed for cap space and everything to get that roster where it was, to go 7-10 is pretty disappointing, to be honest. I mean, they worked so much cap magic to keep that roster intact, and to go 7-10, that's not very sustainable. So this season they have Derek Carr now. Yes, he's a better quarterback than Jameis Winston, than Taysom Hill, than whoever they have there. That's undeniable. But I don't think that that's going to be enough to propel the Saints much further. I think the Saints have a decline too with losing Marcus Davenport. I don't think that defense will look as good as it normally does. So I like you, Dennis Allen, but I think you're going to go back to being a coordinator next season. Up next, we have the Carolina Panthers, and this one also isn't positive. We're going to say that Bryce Young has a bad rookie season. Now, this one isn't completely on Bryce Young, but more on the Panthers roster as a whole. On that defense, it's Brian Burns and J.C. Horn. That's about it. There's no one else that I really know of that's great on that defense, so I don't think the defense as a whole is going to be good. Offensively, the O-line's shaky. At wide receiver, you got Adam Thielen, who's 32 years old and coming off one of the worst seasons of his career. DJ Chark, he's okay. Terrence Marshall, he hasn't really done much, so he doesn't really have much to work with in terms of throwing the ball. Losing DJ Moore, that's big for them. He was a number one receiver, and in my opinion, has potential to be one of the best in the league. At running back, obviously no more Christian McCaffrey, no Donta Foreman. I think those are both solid running backs. Not having them anymore, that's a big loss. So I just don't think the pieces are there for Bryce Young to succeed at the moment. So I think he has a bad rookie season. Last up, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and this one hurts to say because I really like him, but we're going with wide receiver Mike Evans, and we're gonna say that this is the first season that he doesn't go over 1,000 yards. So, as some of you might know, Buccaneers fans, I know that you know, Mike Evans in every single year of his career has gone over 1,000 yards. That's pretty incredible. To go 1,000 yards every year of your career, absolutely amazing. Mike Evans deserves to be respected. That being said, the offense looks a lot different now. O line, it's decimated to hell last season. I don't think it's going to look too much better this year, even though they are getting some guys back. The run game isn't the same anymore. Leonard Fournette's gone. Rachaad White, I think he'll do good, but I don't think he'll have the success that Fournette had in his prime. And Baker Mayfield is obviously a big drop off from Tom Brady, so I don't see Mike Evans going over 1,000 this year. He's also aging, so I think this is going to be the first year that Mike Evans, sadly, doesn't get over 1,000 yards. Those are my bold predictions for the NFC South. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Feel free to let me know in the comments. And feel free to make your own bold predictions. And that's going to do it for this video. I hope you all have a good day. See you next time.